Many teachers, my colleagues, I noticed them doing different methods to teach this topic. However, I prefer doing this chapter with the children in a particular way. What I do, I take 3 steps. The first step, that we all know that children like visuals. They watch cartoons, they watch variety of movies and so on. So we have to introduce this topic of livelihoods by visuals. What I generally do, for example, I show them various photographs in which people do many activities, many occupations. In this way, they are familiarized with various economic activities. For example, they can be shown the collages. For example, if you are not having photographs, you can also look at the magazines. Just cut those visuals which contain people doing various occupations. You can bring it to the classroom. You can show them various visuals. So when you show them, you can also ask the children, one of them to come to the blackboard and write the list of occupations. When you ask them, it is possible that children may be having variety of local names for different occupations. You can ask, giving the opportunity, freedom to the children to list out those names, the local names, the colloquial names or names in different languages. So you can ask the children to tell the names, and one student can write on the blackboard. So this creates a lot of discussion because children may not be agreeing with the single name for a particular occupation. We all know that India is a country of diversity, and a particular occupation may have more than 50 names. I noticed in many states when I talk to students and teachers that a particular occupation, for example, agricultural labor has different names, sheep rearing has different names. So what happens when you show visuals in the classroom, they try to create a lot of debate in terms of the name alone actually. So this is the first activity. And second, why I am doing this activity, because children are able to retain the ideas with regard to livelihoods much better when they are shown visuals rather than talking. So the showing visuals is an important activity that I do in the classroom. The second activity I do is that I ask children to do a small homework. I ask them to observe a particular occupation, a single occupation. It may be a roadside vendor, it may be a saloon, it may be a dry cleaner, or whatever the occupations that they come into contact nearby their houses. So they can be asked to draw and color it and bring it to the classroom. Every child will be coming with a variety of drawings of the people doing occupations. As a teacher, what I generally do, I make a collage and in a chart paper, 5-6 collages, and in which all these drawings can be pasted. If they are pasted on the walls, you can see them. It makes a big, very happy classroom where children look at their own visuals pasted on the walls. So, and also, whenever a particular occupation, particular drawing is shown by the teacher, so what I notice that children start explaining it. Okay, so I also showed you here a collage of such a drawings by children. So what happened when you start asking the children, how did you draw, where did you see, they started explaining from where they got and how much time they spent observing them, what are the problems and challenges they faced while drawing, and so on. So this creates some kind of liking towards the person whom they observed actually. So this is one of the reasons why the children need to be given opportunities to draw the occupations of their liking, the occupation that they come into contact in their neighborhood area. The third activity, which is very important, and we are taking the children to the higher level, that is that we can pose some questions. As a teacher, what you can do, that you can write on the board some of the questions, asking the children to conduct a mini survey. A survey is generally done by the governments with big questionnaires, but as a teacher, you can prepare a questionnaire with some 12 questions. I am giving you a sample also here for your reference. So you can also write these questions on the board, and children can write these questions in their notebook. They can go back again to their house, talk to their parents or elderly person in their house, and they also have to talk to the neighborhood, one or two person or maybe 3 persons from where these details can be collected. These survey details about what is the name of the occupation, what is the education qualification of the person, what is the timing of the job, how much time they are doing, how much time they have to travel to do their job. Many parents may be traveling for 3 to 4 hours also to go to the workplace, and they also take 2 hours, 3 hours to come back from workplace also. So children know all these things, but if they are collecting data from their neighborhood and they will bring it the survey data to the classroom, that will make a very lively discussion point. For example, if there is a classroom of say 30 students, what I generally did was that I asked the students to form groups of 5 to 6 children, and each group can be guided by the teacher that to summarize the survey that they collected. All the details they collected, they can be summarized. How to summarize this mini survey also, you can as a teacher, you can help them to do a summary, and you can also give them a sample of how a collection of data can be summarized and presented. So each group, after summarizing all the details they collected in the mini survey, they can present in the classroom. If there are 30 students, if 6 groups are explaining the summary of their survey, and it will bring a lot of discussion in the classroom. For example, they will come to know that why wages are different for different people, why the people working in a government jobs are earning much better than the private sector, why the business people are earning much better than the roadside vendors, why the females are paid less than the male, though they may be doing the same job, why the educated persons are not are getting a higher wages than the uneducated person. And you can also come to know that what kind of other practices, what are the challenges these people are facing in their workplace. You can make this activity as a dynamic in the classroom after children bringing their data into the class and as a part of post survey and help them to understand this topic of livelihoods much better.